I'm going to be... Really, I'm going to be talking about Destiny 2. And... I have to say, like, I'm super, super excited about Destiny 2. Ever since, like, the release trailers... Or, sorry, the first trailers that came out, and also the press conference they had, my mind's just been completely focused on Destiny. And I don't know, I'm super, super excited. But I also have a few questions with what's going to be happening in Destiny 2. And one of the main ones that I've thought of the past few days is about exotics. And the main question I'm going to be kind of focusing on is, you know, what will the exotics in Destiny 2 be like? But more than that, should we be, or will they, you know, be exciting again? And I'll get into that a little bit more whenever I actually start the mission I've chose. But as you can see, I'm gonna be playing the Vanguard Nightfall with this week's modifiers. On my Warlock with Sunslinger for self-res, Fatebringer as my primary weapon, Hero Defiance of Yasmin as my sniper rifle, and If Materia as my heavy weapon. Alright, well, let's start this.
The House of Devils marked you as public enemy #1 after you trashed their prime servitor, but your old friend Septiks Prime is back. And apparently better than ever, thanks to the Devil Splicers and Siva. Zavala is not too happy about the idea of the Splicers playing Godmaker, and I can't blame him.
So what you're saying is it's time we return to the scene of the crime. I'm sure the Fallen will be...
Alright, so the first thing I really want to talk about is the Year 1 exotics. I don't think you can talk about, you know, Destiny 2
The
coming
Hive are
out
still
without
holding ground
talking
in the
about
refinery.
how Year 1
But I'm also tracking multiple Siva
Year
energy
1
signatures.
exotics work. And
Well,
so I have to say, whenever Destiny first came out, the Year 1 exotics were the most sought after weapons. Which, I mean, they still are. Exotics are what everybody wants, what everybody, you know, is kind of hoping for in raids and Nightfalls. But more than that, the Year 1 exotics gave you a sense of power. I'm going to be using Gallahorn a lot for as reference, but I mean all of them were like that. All of them were super, super powerful. Everybody wanted the, like, certain exotics, like Fatebringer, sorry, not Fatebringer, Icebreaker, Gallahorn, and, like, stuff like that. And I mean, the exotics were really exciting just because we were used to a certain skill set or certain perks in the guns, and the exotics gave us weapons that, you know, had perks we've never seen before, hence exotic. And I feel like, you know, there was a huge amount of excitement behind it. For example, Gallahorn. The excitement behind people getting Gallahorn in year 1 was
The splicers have
incredible.
a laser grid.
I mean,
blocking
there's
the way.
still
I should be able to disable it. In the meantime, do not
There's
touch
still
the lasers and watch my
a
back.
bunch of like videos on YouTube and other streaming networks that are of people getting Gallahorn for the first time, and they freaked out, and rightfully so. It was an awesome gun. My experience, I got Gallahorn whenever. Well, I got Gallahorn through the Vault of Glass raid, and don't do that. I remember doing the raid, and we just put Atheon, and I was like, okay, if I get, I really want Gallahorn, guys. If I get it, I'm probably gonna freak out. So, sorry about your ears if I do get it. And the roll came up, and Gallahorn dropped for me, and I freaked out. I remember like walking in the next room where my wife was, and as I was walking in, I was dancing because I was just so excited. She's like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you doing this?" I'm like, "I just got the best gun in Destiny. But and like that was the excitement behind it. That was the excitement behind all the exotics you got. I mean, I was the same way with Icebreaker. When I got Icebreaker for the first time, I'm pretty sure my friend John couldn't hear for the next like week. So that was like the year 1 origins. That was year 1 exotics, which were absolutely fantastic. And then, so the reason I said, are they gonna, at the beginning of the video, like, are they gonna be exciting again, is I feel like we lost kind of the excitement of exotics in year 2. So with year 2 came the Taken King, which was a fantastic, one of the better of their DLCs that they've come out with. But with that release, there wasn't as many, you know, breathtaking exotics, if that's the word to use. I mean, there were cool ones, and obviously there's exceptions to this rule, but I mean, like, whenever I found out that you can make or get exotic swords, I was like, oh, I have to find out how to do this. Like, that's amazing. As well as, you know, Sleeper Simulant, when people figured how to get that, it was like, oh, I need to get that immediately.
Good luck.
But I still must been excited for exotics. Because, I mean, there wasn't anything that made you feel super, super powerful. And that's the way I felt. I mean, when I wielded Gallahorn in year 1, I felt super powerful with it. But in year 2, yes, there were better guns. Sleeper Simulant is a better gun, but there's not that, like, you know, there wasn't that excitement behind it. Well, maybe not Sleeper Simulant, but the other guns that they had, like the primaries and the special weapons, there wasn't any, you know, super excitement that was Gallahorn or Vex Middle Class. or icebreaker. And I feel like that's something that Destiny really could have done. Is made every single exotic. I'm not saying make every single exotic like, you know, godlike, but you know, make them so that, you know, there's hype behind each and every one. Because even the exotics in year 1 that I didn't particularly use, I was still really excited to get them. Like, for example, Thunderlord. When I got Thunderlord, I never really used it, but I was still really excited I got it. Like, oh, that's a really cool concept. Oh, that's still, like, really cool, really awesome gun, even though I didn't use it. Whereas in year 2, there were guns that I got, or there were exotic guns I got, like the Fabian strategy, where I'm like, I am never going to use this. This gun is, I don't know. I wasn't excited for the guns in year 2. And it's sad, really, because, I mean, exotics are supposed to be the most sought-after guns, and there were some of them where I was like, I'm not even going to bother getting it, because I'm trying to use this. And then, so that was Taken King. Then year 3 came out with Rise of Iron, and I feel like they didn't mess up, but they could have done a lot better with the exotics. We got one sword, which was okay, which was cool. The only real gun that stood out in year 3 was Outbreak Prime. It had had a whole new look. It looked awesome. It, you know, the mechanics to use it were kind of weird, but I mean, it was really cool to use. I mean, those shoot an enemy and Siva Swarm comes out, or you get a precision roll, and there's a bunch of Siva swarms that attack people. Like, that's cool. It felt like kind of like a mini Galliford, like a mini less powerful Galliford, but I felt like that was the only really gun in year 3 that was really exciting to get. And everybody will have their own opinions about it. That's just me. So, I just feel like in year 1, there was that sense of, oh man, these exotics like are freaking awesome. Year 2, yeah, they're still good, but kind of lost it. Lost the kind of awe behind them. It was like, okay, well, most of these are absolutely useless. Not like the ones released with Rise of Iron, not particularly like the ones they brought back. So anyway, now talking about Destiny 2 with their exotics. From what I've seen, there's a few exotics that have been showcased, and one of the things that makes an exotic gun exotic is the price. If it doesn't have, you know, one of a kind, or, you know, perk set, if that makes sense, it's not really an exotic. It's just a, you know, it's just another gun. Now, from what I've seen from Destiny 2's exotics, and I'm gonna mention one of them, I feel like they've kind of they've learned from years 2 and 3 how there weren't that many people that were excited about the guns that they had, or the exotic guns they had. A whole bunch of new perks in for Destiny 2, which is awesome. And there's, you know, a few guns where it's like, we've never seen that mechanic before. For example, there is... The one I'm going to be using for an example is the Risk Runner. If you haven't seen the gun, it's an SMG, which is a completely new class of gun. Which I'll get to in a second. But the so completely new class of gun is the SMG. And the for it are, or well, the exotic. You know, I can't remember what it's actually called, but I know what it does. It any damage that you take from while wielding it powers up the gun. Powers up the gun's damage and makes it so powers up the damage and also gives you, I think gives you extra rounds or something like that. It's not 100%. I can't remember 100%, but even just the, oh, getting attacked by someone. Even the getting attacked by someone and it powering up your gun, that's a like completely new and kind of fresh mechanic. So just from that, I feel like they're, you know, Destiny or Bungie, you know, from 3 years of making Destiny, and actually, you know, okay, so what do our fans want in a gun? What are some things that we can do to freshen up exotics? And you know, some of the exotics that we're gonna get, they're not gonna be the greatest, or not everyone's gonna like them, but I feel like in Destiny 2 they're gonna have a lot more, you know, variety of guns. We're gonna have a lot more variety of, you know, exotic perks and, you know,
seeing anything?
what the guns actually do.
Yeah, we've definitely
That'll
got
bring in,
5.
you know, new life to
Apparently
the.
they hold a grudge
the
because they're mad.
Um,
And I think they're letting the Fallen know it.
So, if I was to say, or if I was to go on and say, you know, am I excited about the exotics we're gonna get in Destiny 2? At this point, I would say yes. I would say I'm excited to see what they bring. I doubt get anything, you know, as overpowered as you know, Year 1 Galahorn, even though I'm still kind of hoping that they bring, or they have something as powerful as that, because back in the day that made raids so freaking. But I'm still really excited to see the type of exotics we get, and also if we can get exotics like the same exotic gun, but in energy weapons or kinetic, like if we can get different types. I know in watch the Destiny the Destiny 2 videos that have been out. We're gonna get kinetic weapons, energy weapons, and then power weapons. So I'm wondering if we'll be able to get, you know, if it's let's say SMG, if we'll be able to get an exotic in, you know, kinetic form and also in energy form. I doubt it, but it'll be interesting to see if we can, or if they put that in. So overall, as I said, I'm pretty excited for the exotics in Destiny 2, just to see what we're gonna get. Now, I did have another question. Exotics for I'm pretty sure Bungie's gonna keep tight-lipped about until the release, but in every single raid that we've been given, there's been a raid specific, raid themed exotic weapon. Now they've all been primary weapons, but so for example, there is Necrochasm for Crota's End. There's there's Vex Mythoclast for Vault Prime for Wrath of the Machine. So my question is, and this isn't really a question of, I have the answer. This is mainly a question of, what do you guys think is going to happen with this? Will there be a raid weapon, a raid-themed weapon for first raid when we kill Gary? I also, as a little side note, I find it funny that, Bungie's already tanked Gall's name, and everybody just called him Gary now. But I really do wonder if there's going to be another raid exotic. I mean, Destiny 1's any proof, I would assume so, since every single raid that they've had has had a raid-themed exotic. Now, what that raid-themed exotic would be, obviously we'll have to wait till Destiny 2 to actually, to get the answer. But it'll be interesting to see, nonetheless. Anyway. That's basically all I really wanted to say. Anyway, I'm just gonna finish off this Nightfall strike.
Why would the Spicers rebuild Septiks? They already have Septiks.
If you have any, comments about exotics or what you want to see in Destiny 2 for exotics, or if you even want to see, some exotics return for, because I know that is part of that is confirmed. I think
Septiks perfected in all
last time I saw it, he said No Land Beyond's coming back as a primary exotic, and then there was some. Let me know in the comment section below. In the comment section below, if like what you think about, what exotics you want back, or even what you think the rated specific exotic might be, because I would love to see us get one of the Cabal grenade launchers. I would love to see that. Because those things in Destiny 1 would be massive. And just using it on a Cabal would be so nice. Get your sweet revenge like that. But anyway, yeah, just let me know in the comment section below. And enjoy the rest of this video. And I will see you next time.
Septiks to run this time.
Still 2 minutes.
Septiks was the Splicer's next big play. Present a god for all to worship. Then control the flow of ether to control the house.
I guess they didn't factor us into the plan.
Any wrench we can throw in their works is a good thing. And Guardian, you make one hell of a wrench.
Come on, Facebook. Lame. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said before, if you have any comments, just leave them in the comment section. If you liked the video, give me a give it a like. If you know, if you didn't, whatever. Anyway, that's all for me. I will catch you guys next time.